All right. I think we're live. I think we're on the internet, guys. Can you believe it? Can you believe we did such a thing? We made it onto the internet, bro. I'm so proud of us. I'm so proud of everything that this has become, bro. We are tapping in with the rest of the world. The rest of the world is seeing this right now, and I got some shit to say. We got some things to show off. It's ZUDECAST 142, bro.
Prepare for your monthly slop, dude. We got the fucking Zudes are back in town. We got our guest with us. Say hello.
Hello, it is I, Ritual Couture, here to bless the airwaves. What's up, Zudes? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man.
Looking stylish.
Thank you.
Fresh, bro. Bro got the straight pearl necklace on, bro.
I like to keep it pearly. I like to keep it creamy with my boys. You know how we do.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
A little bit of beige.
A little bit.
Are you a beige influencer? Have you seen this?
I haven't. I would love to know more, though.
I think it's like a thing now where like it's just like beige core, where like people like design their houses and it's just like all types of beige.
It's like a limited color palette, is what you're saying?
Like Nicholas Beige, dude.
Nicholas Beige.
Yeah, dude. It's
Is that the guy who invented the color beige?
Yeah.
Oh no, wait.
Yeah.
I think it was it Thomas?
Thomas
Beige, yeah.
Damn, dude. You gotta be early in the game to be still inventing colors.
Yeah.
What if you're just like, I don't know, are there scientists working on that, like just trying to find new ones?
They made Vanta black not that long ago.
What
is that? Is that a color? It's the one where it's
that's
like
a soda, man.
No, it's the one where it's like the coating that they put on stuff, and it makes it so dark that it looks like it looks like a Pokemon guess this character.
Right. It's like a paint. It's like it physically doesn't reflect. Like it doesn't reflect basically.
Yeah.
Bro's got the B-52 bomber on, dude. The stealth fucking black clothes. That's crazy, dude.
I think it's like that's more of like a texture kind of thing, though. I don't know. Does that count as like a new color, or are you just like modifying?
I don't know. Yeah.
God created all the colors, dude, from the origin, bro.
That's
from
true.
Genesis.
Yeah.
The Sega Genesis of creation, dude.
Yeah, bro knows. Bro knew what was up, man.
We just discover them.
Hell yeah. So yeah, man, Ritual's back, bro. Good to have you back. You got some new shiznit coming down the line, bro. Tell us all about it.
I do. So I have a new shirt that just released that's live right now, ritualcouture.com. I actually brought you guys some goodies. So what size shirt do you guys wear?
Typically a large.
XL.
I should have got these. There's no way you're an XL.
Nah.
There's no way. I want to say you're even a medium. I'm going to give you a large. I only brought one large, though, so you guys will have to play rock, paper, scissors.
All right.
All right. Yeah, man. Ooh. Man, I'm excited. Swag. Ooh. Sheesh.
See, you just wear the XL because it's trendy, dude, because everything's baggy now again.
So these are already oversized, but they're cropped, so I think that the XL, the crop wouldn't quite be. It would be like too baggy and not cropped enough.
Let's take a look at this shit, bro.
All right, dude.
Bro.
Oh, hell yeah. Bring that in. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, dude, we got the multi-language pack going on right now. Hell yeah,
yes, sir. It all says Ritual.
Oh, this is sick, too. Look, it's got
the
like
back is 3D embossed.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
It's got like a texture,
yeah,
bro.
man.
That's fucking sick.
Yes, sir.
Hell
$60, ritualcouture.com, and each order comes with a free sticker.
Hell
Nice,
yeah, dude.
dude.
That's like, it's not even just a sticker,
dude,
though.
you
This
know
is like a fucking, this is almost like a magnet.
Yeah, it's like
for
a
like
fridge
a fridge
magnet,
magnet
but like
almost, but a sticker still.
Oh,
This is
yeah,
fucking
it's
sick,
3D.
dude.
That's high-quality shit, my
PVC.
guy.
That's for you.
Hell yeah.
yeah.
And then, yeah, the shirt's super dummy thick. I do not use blanks. Never have, never will. I just don't believe in it.
Mm-hmm.
I want those shirts to be what I design, not just like some random ass.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But yeah.
What languages we got going on here?
I know.
We got 12 different languages. I know for a fact that there is Arabic, Vietnamese, English, French, Russian, Japanese, Chinese.
Hell yeah.
2 African languages. I don't remember what countries they're from, but yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
That's how we do it. So I make the samples basically like at my house. I sew them together, and then I make sure that I like how those fit, and then I get them like manufactured. So just to make sure that the quality control, you know, I want to work with a bigger factory because they have more control over like high volume manufacturing.
So it's like the inlaid part, like the lifted part here, is that like sewn into it? Is that like how do you even do that?
It's 3D embossed. So they have on the back of the cotton, there's like a synthetic fabric, and they have to make an aluminum plate. They have to make 2 aluminum plates, and one of them is heated, and it's like the negative of the design. And then they like heat press it, and then that basically heat like crimps the plastic into staying in the same form, and then that's what keeps the cotton on there. So that's what makes the cotton keep its shape too. So it's basically like an aluminum press that they do.
That's cool, man.
For the shirts.
That's creative, dude. I feel like I haven't really seen like a 3D embossed like that. That's tight.
Even your shirt's got that going on too. It's like kind of lifted on the logo there.
Yeah.
Show that shit.
Yeah, it's like 3D. This one too has ritual all across the back, screen printed. This one's gonna be coming out maybe in a month. I just got this sample today, so I also got. I don't know if y'all are gonna be able to see.
Yeah, dude. Oh, you got the things on, bro.
So yeah, I don't really want to show too much of those yet because they're not in their final form. But a little sneak peek for the Zude crew.
Hell yeah, man. Dude, that's so sick though. Like I know we talked about it a bit before, but like how long you been designing fashion and all that too. I know we talked about that a while back, but it's been a while. We missed you, bro. Yeah, it's been a minute.
I know. Last time we saw you was like 9/11.
A few years ago.
A couple of years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing it for like 10 years. I went to school. I got an AA degree in apparel design, and I graduated in 2020. But I've been making clothes since before then. But really, they were just kind of like one-off pieces. Like I have an embroidery machine, a sewing machine, screen printer, and everything in my house. So I was making them for myself, but I never really enjoyed the process of like printing and like embroidering because it takes so long.
It's a lot of work.
So I finally decided to like have a factory make them, and I just started that in January of this year. Ritual Couture LLC, officially incorporated, recognized by the state.
Hey.
Come and get me, bitch. No, I'm just kidding. Don't come and get me.
Oh yeah, though. Congrats. That's exciting. That's like a whole new like step to it and stuff. Awesome. So yeah,
I gotta get some of these artisanal clothes, dude. I fucking shop at TJ Maxx and fucking GameStop, bro.
They sell clothes at GameStop.
they certainly do.
Really?
Yeah. I got one with fucking King of the Hill on it, bro. Where he's like the episode where he gets like addicted to Xbox.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wow, I have to check it out.
Can't kill, dude.
Hell yeah. Yeah, man, that's fucking...
So I'm a real connoisseur, dude.
Yeah,
I know good shit, dude. I buy shit on the fucking clearance rack at GameStop, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey,
because the games never stop.
That's a creative place to shop for clothes. So that's definitely avant-garde.
Hell yeah. Once again, too, how would you describe like your whole aesthetic? I guess like what's like some elements I guess you pull from for your designs or I don't know, something like what's your vibe, bro? I don't know.
For the brand in general, I'm glad you asked me that question. No, for the brand in general, I'm really inspired by like Western esotericism and magical practice and things like that. I think that there's this clip where Terrence McKenna was talking. I think he said it really well, where he said ritual is a substitute for understanding. Which means that, to me, it meant that people use rituals in place of, like, when they actually don't know what the meaning behind why they're doing something is. Like, in terms of in religious, spiritual practices, like, they don't actually know what the meaning or the intention behind the words and actions that they're doing is. But the act of doing the words and the actions actually has the same effect whether or not you had the intention or not. So you could kind of take it as like, just like put in the work, even if you don't really understand why you're doing it, just do the work. And that could mean something else to everybody. People are going to interpret it their own way. But for me, it has more ties to like Western esotericism and ritual magic and things like that. Or mostly just, when I say ritual magic, I feel like people might misunderstand what I'm saying. It's mostly just like transcendental meditation. It's not like... sacrifices and things like that.
Illuminati shit,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's more.
Shit, yeah.
It's closer to like. I mean, it's closer to like mainstream religious mysticism that already exists. It's just a little bit obscure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, I feel like, but like just we go down. Okay, we're good.
My God.
Like just being or trying to be a person, like trying to have your own business or trying to, create something from the ground up is almost like a ritual in itself. Where like
you sacrifice a lot of money.
Yeah, where you're putting in your tithe or whatever. Where it's like, we're tithing. It's like, oh, we got to buy a new fucking boom arm for the microphone. That's a fucking tithe right there, And it's like, you don't know why you're doing it, but then, I go to, like, my religious figures, which is, like, Andrew Tate. No, but just, like, someone who's, like, you got, like, we were talking about the, right before the show, we were talking about what's the fucking guy, the Saratoga influencer?
Weston...
Yes.
Something.
Yes, dude.
I don't know.
Oh, what's his name?
Fuck.
It's Weston. I don't know. If you look up Saratoga Weston, it'll probably come up.
Yeah, dude. Ashton Hall,
Oh, Ashton
bro, is
Hall,
the guy.
yeah.
But this guy is living nothing but rituals, dude. But he fucking...
It's true.
I mean, everybody's been, like, joking on this fucking guy who, like, wakes up at, like, 4:30 in the morning. He just does, like, ritual after ritual, dude. He's got the fucking splashing his face in the water, in the ice, and then, like, with, like, the breathe right strips. It's like... You gotta have a good ritual, dude. If you want to make 10,000 a day, the what? The hostage tape.
Yeah, the hostage tape. Don't forget the hostage tape. The breathe right strip is incomplete without the hostage tape.
Yeah. Bro tapes his mouth when he sleeps and shit.
It looks so psychotic. Imagine, I would be so scared. I don't know. I mean, no shade to anybody who uses those, but I also don't want to shave my mustache.
Oh yeah,
so I don't think the hostage tape would work.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I thought you were like, I was like, the hostage tape. Like,
that's
he's
what
like
they call the Band-Aid over his mouth.
Right, like the physical, like he's got physical tape over his mouth.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude, where you're just like, if you're such a mouth breather that you gotta tape that shit shut, dude.
I was
you gotta do a little self Guantanamo.
For real, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like filming a TikTok for my for my brand, like a get ready with me to go to the skate park, and fucking in the first couple clips, bro, like my mouth was like open and I was mouth breathing because I was like focused on looking at my outfit in the camera, and I just left it in. So I mean, I could have actually used it for that. I mean, it might be helpful in those instances.
Yeah, dude. Well, it's fun, like have you ever used like one of those like the nose strips? Though?
I've been thinking about getting them because I feel like it might improve my quality of sleep.
It does. I've tried them before, just like the cheap little like plastic ones or whatever. They got the other ones where it's like you put, I don't even know, you like put some shit inside your nose.
It's like a Band-Aid
like
on the outside. It has magnets, but it's taped on the outside. Yeah, I think.
And it's like that I've tried just like the cheap, just like plastic one that you put over, and it just kind of like brings out your nostrils a little bit, dude. But it's like you feel like your brain's like overclocked, dude. You're like, oh shit, nice. Dude, I'm running at higher RPMs right now, dude. I'm like, I got the NOS tank in the fucking back of my brain right now.
I need that. I need all the RPMs I can get.
Yeah, well, we like to bring all the entrepreneurial types on the show, and just discuss our morning routines. You know? What's a morning routine? Do you have any rituals of your own, dude?
Yeah, in the morning I wake up and I immediately brush my teeth.
Good start.
I wait.
Fluoride? Wait.
Hold on. I wake up. I open my eyes. I get out of bed. In terms of in the morning, it's more rituals at night because that's when I can get a lot of business done is at night, and because in the morning I feel like I have to get ready and I just have to go straight to work.
Yeah.
So I'd say my ritual more happens like after I get home. It's kind of compulsive. Like I'll get home, and then I'll see if my manufacturer said something, replied to what I said. I'll like work on a design. I'll try to film some content or something, and like. I don't know. I always hated trying to promote myself when it came to music and stuff like that.
Right.
But it feels so much more authentic and natural. I think what I think the difference is that I actually believe in my clothes as a product, and I wasn't so sure of the music because like I guess I liked it, but at the end of the day, like I didn't love it. But I do love every piece of clothes that I've made. So it's a lot easier for me to get behind them, honestly. Yeah. And I enjoy it more, I feel like, because at the end of the day I have a product that I can stand behind. But then I feel like when I was making music, like I enjoyed making it, but then at the end I was like I didn't even really want to show it to anybody.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting with clothing just because it's like such a real like tactile thing where you're like you can feel the quality, you can see the you can really like take pride in like this is like a product. Like it's the same as if you were making, you're like I make horseshoes, or like you know, like just something where like it's like a real life thing. But like music is so ethereal. It's like, yeah, you can print, you know, vinyls and CDs and stuff, but it's just like just a piece of paper. It's like maybe the artwork's cool, but it's like with music, it's like it's so ethereal that you're just, like you said, you're kind of selling yourself or like your personality more than like, you know, just like being like, oh, check out my tracks. Like you have to like like make yourself, like we're all trying to be like micro artists, like celebrity type influence. Like you have to really be an influencer, but like with clothing, it seems like you can kind of just let it speak more for itself.
Well, the other thing too is with like as being a musician, you're kind of at the center of the focal point, and you really have to have a lot of self-confidence, and you have to be self-assured in your personality, or at least the personality that you're portraying as an artist. If that's not genuinely you, it's going to be a lot harder. And the other thing is that if you don't think that people will like want to hear your genuine perspective, then what you're rapping about or not, what you're making music about is not, you know, it's like not genuine. And I feel like that also comes through in a lot of music where you're like, you're hearing this person talk about like, oh, like I did all this, I sell all this, you know what I mean? Like I got all this money, and then it's like, bro, like, why are you talking about like killing people?
Right.
And I see at the show your family looks hella nice, and your parents are here supporting you, which is like good, but I just feel like the music and the whole persona doesn't match like the life at home. And I'm not saying that was necessarily me. I didn't really rap about like, you know, like doing all that stuff, but I do connect to that statement in that I don't really necessarily think that my own personality is interesting enough to want to be like this thing that, you know, people are supposed to be attracted to musically and like want to hear that point of view. I feel like it's a lot more interesting to be able to express my point of view visually and to try to kind of create an impact on culture in that way rather than, and I feel like it's easier for me to do it that way too, because it's just the form of self-expression of making clothes, just I feel like it comes a lot more naturally to me than making music does.
Right.
I was gonna ask, it's like a completely different like medium from music. I guess I'd say like, what things are you able to like express through like clothing design that you can't through music, I guess is what I
appreciation of the physical form is really the main one, whether it's a men's or women's bodies or just like a silhouette. Wanting to, the other thing is that good music and good clothing do the same thing to different degrees, and the end consumer is that they can like create confidence in the person consuming it, but the clothing does it to a much higher extent, and it's like almost more permanent, and it's like because the song is so fleeting. It's like, especially now, songs are like less than 2 minutes long.
For real.
Yeah.
So you're feeling that, and then after you listen to it 8 times, it like goes away. But then you have a nice piece of clothes that you really love and you rock with, you like the brand, whatever, like, and then you keep it nice. You can have it for a couple years and you'll still get that same feeling. It will diminish a little bit, but it's not like you're going to be listening to a song and be out in public and somebody's going to be like, that song's sick. Where'd you hear of that from? But people do that with clothes. They go, damn, where'd you get that shirt?
Right.
I was at the post office today dropping off some orders. Shout out to my customers. I love y'all. And this homeless guy was out front, and he was like, damn, those pants are sick. And I was like, watch out, Demna, Balenciaga, I'm coming for you. Homeless people love my shit.
Dude, yeah.
I don't know. That's a bad sign for y'all.
That's what's in these days, homeless chic. Bro.
Yeah.
That's so true. It's so funny what you said about songs just being like short as fuck now, where it's like, it's crazy because we have like infinite data. Like songs used to be short in like the 40s because they're like, that's all we can fit on the 45 or whatever, and it's like, cut it down to 2 minutes, Johnny. We're like, but now it's just like we have infinite amount of like streaming and data capabilities, but it's like the regular version of the song is long enough for like a 60-second TikTok, and they're like, we just released the extended cut, and it's like 90 seconds for the Instagram reel. Where it's just like, what the fuck, dude? It's like one chorus. It's like, it's just like, it's like TikTok length. It's crazy. And then they're like, how about a sped up version though? Because it's just crazy.
So much popular music too sounds like it's for TikTok too. Like that one song, I don't know who the guy is, but the song goes like, don't take these beautiful things that I got.
Yes, it's designed for like a photo, like a slideshow like of a bachelorette party.
Yeah, or like a advertisement for like I can't even think like Celsius or something.
Right. Where it's just like, right, like, or like the Black Keys just like write songs to be a Dodge Ram commercial or like a Ford, whatever. Yeah. It's like this, they're like, this is giving truck. This is like, yeah, that's true. Well, it's like, and then, or like there's certain music where you're like, this is for Target. Like, this is designed to be played in Target.
One song that I think is definitely designed for commercial retail playlists is like, I think it's Meghan Trainor, the one where she's like, I made you look, because she mentions all the different brand names. She's like, I could have my Louis Vuitton, I could have my Gucci on. And it's just like, the whole song is just like a fucking ad for all these companies. I don't know if maybe they gave her free clothes, or maybe we're just at a point in consumerism in this country where it's just like, the media that we're consuming and is popular is about consumption. It's just so crazy. It's like it's a never-ending cycle of consumption.
No, for real. Like especially in rap, it's just like, all right, we're really just like talking about like all the brands of like clothing and like the cars and like all the stuff. It's like, I don't know. I mean, I guess like that's always been a thing with like, you know, fucking even just like country music, like back in like my Cadillac or whatever. Just like, you know,
that's pretty good.
Whatever. Like. But yeah, now it's just like so on the nose, bro. And it's like if they're sending out clothes to Meghan Trainor, it's like they're like, what size even are you now, dude? Are you on the Ozempic now, dude? It's crazy. Well, it's like, well, what do you think? Because it's like, you know, it seems like oversized clothes are kind of in right now, but then also like all the celebrities are off the Ozempic now, so it's like all of their clothes are gonna be oversized. Like, you know,
well, it's a trick too, because oversized clothes, unless they're cropped, they don't look good on heavier people, because if you're already big and you're wearing big clothes, it all just doesn't, it's like doesn't work right, because if you're going to wear something oversized, you kind of want, not that I'm skinny or anything, but it's just like you kind of want to look small compared to the oversized thing.
Right.
But if you yourself are oversized, and shout out to my oversized people, we love you. But you shouldn't be wearing oversized stuff. You should be wearing stuff that's like closer to form fitting. I got this jacket from a brand that does a lot of oversized things, and I got an extra large, and I swear to God, the arms went all the way down to my knees. Oh, wow. And I'm like, who is this made for? Fucking Kevin Durant with his freakishly long arms?
For real.
Like, I can't, like, it doesn't even make any sense.
Right. How do you feel? But do you feel like there's I just, as somebody who barely buys new clothes, I feel like there's so much like inconsistency between like the sizing. Like, how do you even know why that is, or like?
It's from it really depends on the brand, because different people in different regions have different sizes. So like people in France, extra large is like in between a medium and a large here, and it's the same as in England. So like Sandro, like a French brand like Sandro, or another like an English brand or something, like an extra large shirt is not going to fit somebody who wears an extra. You have to get like a 3XL if you wear like an American XL. Like if you're wearing a shirt from Costco that is an extra large shirt, they don't make your size shirt in France. They simply don't.
That's crazy.
And
they're just they're gatekeeping, dude.
Yeah.
That's wild, dude. Because like, I noticed like if you just get like a fucking Dickies, just like a generic shirt, it's like I got like a large, and I was like, this thing's fucking huge. Like, what the hell? But it's like, if you don't, it's like if it's not cut right, because there's like, you know, it's like usually with the oversized stuff, it has like more of like a wide shoulder, or like the like seam right here is like kind of like lower. But then, like, when you just buy like a generic, like a Dickies or like a Gildan shirt or whatever, and it's just like, these are built for like general contractors, bro.
Yeah, like, I got a bunch of just black Dickies shirts for Christmas, and they were like XLs, and I'm like fucking swimming in them and shit, dude. I'm like, damn.
Dude, if you did swim in them, you might drown, dude. just like the XL shirt, just like
too fucking heavy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. A lot of brands have size charts along with their products, but a lot of brands, like for example, All Saints, I was looking at their size chart, and they just have one size chart for every product. So like, they'll have a shirt that's a fucking polo shirt. They'll have a button-up dress shirt. They'll have an oversized T-shirt and a regular size T-shirt, and the size chart is the same for all of them. So I'm like, what am I supposed to be comparing the size chart to? Because like, what shirt does this? What does it compare to? So on my website, ritualcouture.com, every single piece has the size chart with the piece, and it's a size chart for that piece.
Nice.
So you can look up on there and see exactly how it's going to fit, so you won't run into those size inconsistencies that you see at some of these shitty brands like Dickies.
Right. Yeah. Shout out to
I'm just kidding. We
yeah.
love Dickies.
You're getting artisanal designing from Ritual Couture. I can't say that word. I don't know what couture.
Yeah, dude, that's
couture,
how,
right?
that's
Couture?
how uncultured you are.
I know.
Dude.
I'm just such fucking California trash, bro. I'm like,
I get it wrong sometimes too.
Yeah, that's sick though, man. Dude, also that's a sick medallion you got on, bro. What's up with that?
Some Vivian Westwood. A little bit of I was able to go to their store in London, and I picked this up shortly after she died.
Oh shit.
It was crazy. The line, it was like a fucking amusement park line to get into that store.
Yeah.
And I was waiting outside for like an hour and a half. And I was, by the time, it's good though, because like good for them. That's a good tactic to have, because by the time I went in, I was like, I'm not walking out of here without buying something expensive.
Yeah,
because I'm just going to make it worth my time.
Yeah, exactly.
Was that when you went for that DMB festival out there, or was that another
Yeah,
time?
that was then. I got this tattoo out there too.
Nice, dude. That's badass.
I got it on, and then we had the plane ride back the next day. So I was just on the plane ride with fucking plastic wrap around my arm, changing it like every 2 hours because the second skin thing fell off. So I was
dude.
It was all messed up. But yeah, I was sick. The DMB All Stars was like so cool because I love drum and bass, but they don't really have there's not a scene out here. They only have Stamina Sundays in San Francisco every Sunday. But it's on Sunday. I fucking work on Mondays. I have like a bunch of shit to do on Mondays, so I can't go out. I mean, I did go there one time, and I don't really like, because I don't do drugs, and I don't like I wish that there was more of a culture of like it's normal to also be sober, but it feels like the normal thing at those shows is to just be doing ketamine. And it's just so weird. It's like you walk up to people and they're like, "Oh, hi, what substances are you on?" It's like, how's that a way to open a conversation?
Right.
What substances am I on?
It really speaks to the quality of the music, where it's just like you got to be on
true.
a bunch of shit. I mean, it's like, whatever. It's like, dude, I love going to a music festival, taking a fucking shroom or two, or like some acid.
I agree with
whatever,
you about drum and bass, and I would say the same exact thing. Not drum and bass. I agree with you with that sentiment about dubstep.
Yeah.
But I would say that kind of drug culture has just infested the electronic dance music culture as a whole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And people are getting confused, and they think that it's more about how high you can get in public than how good the music is. Which, I mean, to be fair, if you don't like drum and bass, you'll think it's whatever. But Stamina Sundays, they do have good DJs. So I don't want to be on camera slandering them, because they are pretty cool. But I just don't like and I'm not saying that the club allows that or anything. I'm not saying that it's just open that they're doing that.
Right.
It's just a general culture
but it's just
thing for sure.
It was the same thing at the DMB All Stars too. It was so fucking hard to find weed, but every single person I ran into was like, that I asked if they had weed, they're like, no. Like one guy was like, no, but I have 40 grams of ketamine that I smuggled in. He had like a baseball sized brick of ketamine. There's some people are taking in like hundreds of pills, but they're too scared to bring in like a gram of weed because there'll be drug dogs. I'm like, the dogs can smell the other drugs too.
Yeah.
They're fucking dogs.
Well, no, but when the thing about drug dogs is they only train them for one drug.
Oh, so maybe they're just trained them for weed.
You can they typically will do that just because it's like the most like pungent. Like weed smells way more than like cocaine or any other drug, right? I mean, other than like open alcohol maybe is like the one, but you can't do that with a drug dog. They'll be fucking barking at everybody,
especially
right?
at a festival.
Well, like that's the thing with drug dogs. It's like they don't fucking they don't know. They just like give them like they're like weed. Remember this, and then like they just bark every time they smell fucking weed. But I don't know. It's like I don't know. It's like it's not as effective as one might think. Yeah. But it's like the tempo of the music kind of determines what you're gonna find in the audience.
That's kind of true too.
If you go to like a reggae festival, no one's doing fucking, no one's doing Adderall to see fucking Slightly Stupid. They're like, I'm trying to get slightly smart, dude. but yeah, drum and bass, you're like, I need something to keep up with. This is a fucking 170 beats per minute, dude. Like,
that's true. That's on the slowest side too. For
right?
Drum
Yeah.
And bass. Yeah. 170 is like the bare minimum.
I love all the there's like so many drummers now, like actual like drummers that are like doing like drum and bass style chops, dude. And it's like I love all that shit, like fucking Lewis Cole and who were you saying?
What's that kid? He was like so young a few years ago.
Oh, JD Beck?
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I love JD Beck.
JD Beck and Domi, dude. Yeah, they're killing, man. Yeah, JD Beck's he's a freak, dude. I like he really just like does that drum and bass sound, like the way he processes his drum kit is like that super like.
Well, he'll mute them too. Like on
Yeah.
his snare, he has hella pieces of tape, and then on his cymbals, he'll have like you know, like pieces of tape and like cloth under the tape in certain spots that looks like he did a mathematical equation to figure out how to make it stop a millisecond after he hits it.
Right. It's like the doing like have that like choked crash sound, and then like it's crazy like those guys that do the drum and bass style drum. It's crazy because it's like a reinvention of a reinvention, because it's like all drum and bass is just like taking the fucking Amen break or like a Clyde Stubblefield sample and then like turning it into a fucking loop, and then it's like now there's drummers like taking that like the sound of those digital loops and turning
like
it back into drums. Where it's like they have like 4 different fucking snare drums. They're like they got the little popcorn snare, the deep snare. It was like no toms allowed, dude. Just all fucking snares.
Well, there's no room for them.
I respect that.
Can you pull up the chat too, just so I can see?
Oh yeah,
we had
man.
a few people say what's up, but
Oh,
just so I
hell
can see
yeah.
in case. Oh my god, you got that pulled up for later.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Hey, I wanted to ask you too. For all your designs, do you make them all yourself, like digitally, like this? Like, did you design this guy yourself, or?
Yes.
Yeah. How'd you do that?
If it's unclear also what this is, I realize some people don't realize right away what this is. This is an Old English R, and it's like back to back and upside down. And so it's like, it looks like an abstract shape, but it's an R.
Oh, that's tight.
Making your own sigil that way, basically.
Yeah,
though.
kind
That's
of.
fucking cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I do everything myself. I don't have the money to pay somebody else to do it.
Yeah. But what do you use? Do you use like Illustrator or fucking
And Photoshop, mostly Illustrator. Photoshop I use mostly for editing photos, for like touching them up, and like for like when I take photos of my clothes to like post product pictures and stuff. But for designs, I mostly use Illustrator. I actually basically only use Illustrator. There's some things that, because I've been using Photoshop for way longer, there's some things that I can't figure out how to do on Illustrator, and I have to Google them every time. So what I'll end up doing is, and I just can't remember. So what I'll end up doing is I'll just like save the whole design and bring it over to Photoshop and do that one thing, and then I'll bring it back over to Illustrator. Because Illustrator is way better for high quality like vector graphics.
Yeah. It's not like pixelated when you blow it up. It's like the lines are all smooth and crisp. Like, you can resize shit to different sizes, right?
Yeah.
That's about the extent of my Adobe Illustrator knowledge.
And you can zoom in forever, and it just the creative tools for like building shapes and like creating designs. The other thing too is all my designs, I feel like to make a strong design, it should be able to stand in black and white without any color.
Yeah.
So I design everything in black and white, and then all my designs so far have been black and white. I'll probably introduce color somewhat soon, but maybe in winter or something. But yeah, mostly Illustrator, and then yeah, that's really the only one.
Hell yeah, man.
Nice,
dude. Fuck yeah.
We got a couple chats here. We got Sarah and then chat. Gee, I wonder who that is. That's my lovely girlfriend Sarah saying, "Damn, that crispy goose guy is hot." Haha. Who, me? There
you go.
We got Chloroxide in the chat saying, "What's up?"
Okay, CeeLo couldn't be here. Normally he's our camera guy. Bro dislocated his shoulder in a mosh pit. So
shit.
Bro was going ham. Shout out him.
That's a pretty good excuse to not. not come in.
Shout out 20916 Hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, you're where are you staying at again? You're staying in San Jose, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry, I forgot.
That's all good.
Yeah, shout out to Towns running the boards
Yeah,
on his
man.
behalf, dude. Yeah,
Appreciate you,
dude.
bro.
Yeah. Oh, secret. All right. We'll keep
And
the
then
secret safe.
Nat Geo saying, "Hey, what's up, G?
Yo.
Miss you.
I wonder.
Been a minute."
Yeah. I wonder who that could be.
Don't keep it a secret if I'm doing a good job.
Oh yeah.
You're doing fantastic.
You're
bro.
doing great, dude.
Appreciate you. Yeah, man. Okay, bro. I guess fucking time to get geopolitical with it,
God.
Let's do
bro.
it.
Off
Nat
the
Geo.
fucking get, bro. There's all this fucking crazy tariff shit going on, bro, and you just kind of started your, your business. Like, what's how you feel about all that?
I don't feel great about it. The problem with the like trade protectionism that Trump is doing is that you kind of already need to have an infrastructure of domestic manufacturing set up.
I've been fucking saying this all week, bro.
So people see that like the end goal, right, is a thing that honestly doesn't even make sense from Trump's point of view, because from his like Republican point of view, I feel like this is the opposite of what they historically would want to do, right? Or am I tripping?
It's very interesting that you say that, because I saw there's a bunch of videos of like Bernie Sanders from like 2015 basically saying almost the same shit about tariffs and about like, and then there's like an old thing of like Hillary Clinton too, you know, like about like the protectionism, right? Because it's like,
that's what I'm saying.
Like,
that's like a liberal leftist idea,
right? So it's like, it's weird, but it's like, I don't know. I'm very kind of torn on how I actually feel about it, because I'm just like, I don't know, it's just like such a wild strategy where it's like, if the goal is like, you know, like with all this shit, even with just the how it relates to the Nintendo Switch 2, just right, that shit just got announced, or like the pricing and everything just got announced on April 2nd, and then that was the same day that Trump had his whole like,
that
you know,
American
tariff
Day.
the Liberation Day or whatever.
Day,
and then like right after that, well, and then people were bitching at Nintendo because they're like, Mario Kart's gonna cost $90, you guys are out of your fucking minds or whatever, and they were like taking all this backlash, and then they were like, yeah, the pre-orders are gonna be available April 9th, and then like immediately after they're like, actually because of the tariffs and stuff, maybe we're gonna push back the pre-orders. And I'm like, you guys, I feel like maybe it's because of the tariffs, but also like you guys are just getting fucking clowned so hard that you're just like, I feel like it's gonna be one of those things where like people are just gonna jack up the prices on all sorts of shit. Yeah. And then just be like, sorry, tariffs, I don't know, not my fault, it's just tariffs, bro.
Yeah. Well, it's like, it's really tough because we don't really export goods.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
All of the
which is a problem.
reasons why he's trying to do these tariffs is not because they're doing like tariffs to us, it's because the numbers they're going off of are the trade deficit numbers.
Yeah.
Like in Vietnam, for example, they're trying to negotiate now, and they want Vietnam to like buy more American made goods, but it's like,
what is the average
would they
Vietnamese
buy?
person
And
gonna
also,
buy?
what do they have the disposable income to buy American made goods when most
Right.
Americans don't have the disposable income to be buying American made goods for
exactly.
everything? And then like, so if you have a 50% or whatever 30-40% raise in prices from, you know, like imported goods, it's just going to raise the prices for everybody until like it would honestly, like it would be a good thing. I think that it is good to get manufacturing in America.
Right.
It would be nice to have that, but the people that are young aren't interested in doing manufacturing. They don't want those kind of jobs. And also,
I don't know if that's totally true, but I mean, I think a lot of people are like, we're definitely, myself included, we're living in it's a very consumer fucking soft hands economy for sure. But it's like, I think if people were actually making products, especially if it was like more like higher end shit, because it's like, right, we want to tell ourselves like, oh no, we're just exporting all the bullshit. We're like outsourcing all the bullshit, you know, just textiles and all that fucking shit to, you know, all that's like stuff that's like not good enough for Americans to do. You know, we're exporting that, but it's like and cars and computer chips and pharmaceuticals and everything. It's like just for like political reasons, like because you never know how shit's gonna go down with another country. It's like you can't rely on every other country to like make everything for you, but we only just consume. And it's like
what you said though earlier though too is where you said like there's no fucking infrastructure and there's no like plan to get the infrastructure going either.
Well, and we're not China. We're not going to build it overnight. It's like it's not like we have the capability from a top down governmental structure to be like, okay, we're making a factory in this city. I don't really give a fuck what the local ordinances are because we need to make it. I'm not really saying that's good or bad. Yeah. But China, in the last 30 years, you have cities that were like rural farm towns, and now they fucking look like New York, like Lower Manhattan. For real. Yeah. Because they just
don't
make
give
shit
a fuck.
happen.
Yeah.
So,
well, because like they don't have any environmental. They don't have to pay people.
So it's going to take a long time to get that infrastructure in America if they do even want to.
But it's like you have to like force their hand though in a way. Be like, all right, well, it's like if you just fucking tariff the fuck out of all these other countries, then it's like I can see how that would like it's already working where in the sense that like they're like that's what's it called, like that microchip company from like Taiwan is like, all right, we'll build a fucking factory in the US, and Honda's like, all right, we'll build another factory in the US, like they're already talking about it. But it's like one of those things where it's like sometimes if you want to fix something, you have to like, it's like you can't, as a politician, you know, Democrat or Republican or whatever, it's like you can't be honest with people and be like, listen, this is gonna suck ass for like several years, and then but stick with me, it'll get fucking better. Maybe 5 years from now, 10 years from now, it's like maybe that'll fucking work. Maybe it really will, you know, if everything kind of slides into place. But it's like you can never convince the voter of that. They're like, dude, my 401k is down, fuck you, I'm flipping over the other way on the next midterms. And it's like, that's why we just do shit where it's like we take all these like half measures and like do something drastic, and then like the next administration comes in and like does something drastic like complete other way, and then like every other country's like, bro, I don't even want to do business with you guys are so like volatile and like all over the place. Whereas like China's like, no, we're gonna keep doing this shit for a fucking 1,000 years, bro. Like they have their shit like locked in.
Well, they plan for like more than 10 years ahead, and Americans plan on a quarterly basis. I think that's a huge problem too for like if you're thinking about the longevity of American society. It's like you can't really just be trying to extract the maximum amount of dollars on a quarterly basis from everybody and then have a system that is allowed to grow. I was just gonna say something. What were you about to say?
Oh, I was just gonna say, you know, in terms of like, if bro knew he was gonna do this, he probably also should have ran some day one shit of being like, we're gonna fucking immediately start building some shit, just he knew he was gonna do this. He was talking about doing this shit the whole time.
I don't think he's trying to help people. I think to be honest with you, I feel like I feel like what it could be is that he's trying to make people so desperate that there's massive protest all over the country, and that then he's going to, or maybe not he, but then people are going to, as they have before, hire protesters, quote unquote, to come in and cause like really bad things to start happening, really violent things, fires, turn it into riots in all the different cities, and then he's going to use that to declare martial law. God. I feel like that could be the case, because I don't see it like helping. And this fool's posting like WikiLeaks style shit on Twitter about being like, oh, the Houthis were planning on doing an attack.
He calls them the Houthis.
And then it's like just a group of people standing in a circle, which I think is just like how tribal people in Yemen meet. And it's like there's a bunch of other pictures of people standing in circles in that way, like celebrating Eid and stuff like that. And then he's just posting him bombing them on Twitter. And it's just like back in the day, you would see that type of shit on WikiLeaks on the collateral murder video, and you would start crying, and you'd be like, holy shit, this is what the government's doing. And now the president is posting that shit on Twitter.
For real.
Obama would never let you see that shit.
I know.
Dude, Obama was classy. He was drum striking American citizens discreetly.
Exactly. Yeah. I like my
Obama's like, please keep
that
shit under the table.
Right. Well, and it's like, it's just crazy, bro, because it's like there's like a saying where it's like no matter who you vote for, you get John McCain, basically. Like you just get like the foreign policy.
Donald Rumsfeld.
Yeah, dude. You get fucking Dick Cheney with his like artificial heart, dude.
The fucking White House page and like the Border Patrol page have been out of control.
Oh, they're like, we're coming to get you. They're like, we're gonna find you.
And they're like, they're making it like silly as fuck too. It's like they're trying to make it like hella memed out, and like they did like a Studio Ghibli version of like the photo of this
like a
chick getting deported and shit.
Oh my, did they really?
Yeah.
Dude, I hate the White House press secretary so much. That blonde bitch ass lady. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I forget her name.
She'll do. Oh god, she fucking talks in the most infuriating way, and she's talking about like they're talking about black bagging people who are here on visas because they like were like whatever, but then it's whatever. Like if you whatever, the law is the law, and if you're not allowed to protest if you're on a visa, that's something. Right. But then they have to still go to court. They still have to. They're supposed to go to court.
You have to have
they're supposed to be. If they're being deported, they should go to the country they came from, not fucking a work camp in El Salvador. And if they can just deport if they're not doing due process when they're deporting people, that means they can just literally deport anybody and just say that they're whatever, because there's no court proceedings.
And it's only if you're protesting one specific
exactly.
little place.
It's only if you're anti-Zionist, pro-Palestine protesting.
That's what's crazy, man.
That's
because
a whole nother fucking thing too. I mean, like, bro, like, it's what they got the fucking. What kind of dirt do they have on everyone for them to be like?
I think we know. I think it's Epstein stuff. I mean,
Ghislaine
Maxwell's dad was a Mossad agent, famously, right?
Yeah, dude. It's like this is like, it's so crazy, man, because it's like when people are like criticizing Israel, it's like the people on the internet that are doing it are often not like the best. Like, they're not like always the people that you want to have in your corner. It's like it's like super like crazy, like blue haired, like college, whatever, like. And it's like they have parts of it that they're right, but it's like, or it's like, because you have those people that are like, no, man, Israel, that's basically white people colonizing the Middle East. And then you have like the super far right anti-Israel people that are like, they're not white people, shut the fuck up. Like, where it's just like,
but then they all are like, yes, let's please, I need a few more $1 billion to give to them. Both the Republicans and the liberals and the Democrats, they're both like,
the bipartisanship is just insane, because it's like, when do you ever see that with anything else, you know? Like, when do you also too, there's like the whole element where it's like very clearly like a spiritual war that's happening over there too, over the fucking that region, you know? So it's like, I really gotta get my schizo on and like try to dig into, like, you know, there's like Mount Sinai and whatnot over in that whole area. I don't know,
you know, like, for this all to make sense, there needs to be some like Indiana Jones shit buried like underground there. Well, that's like that's the real reason. It's like, the fucking Ark of the Covenant, or like some
I'm pretty
like
sure that
alien,
one's in Africa.
you know, whatever. Yeah, or like so like there's got to be like some like
Ethiopia, because so the Ark of the Covenant got picked up by Queen Sheba when she linked up with King Solomon, and then that's where a lot of the Israelites they moved from Israel or wherever it was in that time to Ethiopia, and that's why you get a lot of the people that were like, we're the real original Israelites and stuff.
Oh, interesting.
And then Dr. Yakub created his devils and unleashed them on the world.
We've talked a little Yakub lately, diving into Yakub.
The Yakubian beasts were unleashed upon the world. It was never the same.
And then Bob Marley's allegedly descended from that shit. So
it's crazy, man. It's like you just really can't win with the shit. But it's like.
By the way, that was anti-white racism coming from me, for anybody who's confused. I was saying Yakubian beast. The Dr. Yakub was said to have created white people, and they were an abomination.
Right.
So I don't want anybody to take that the wrong way.
Hey, I think that's actually like kind of a cooler origin story. I kind of fuck with it, dude. It's funny. It's like, look how far we've come, dude. As abomination, like.
I saw this video too where it was like General Tuk Tuk, and he's like, after Dr. Yakub creates the white people, it's like a buff ass African dude with an AK-47, but it's like before technology and shit. But there's people in swords and robes, and then this buff ass dude with an AK-47 on a horse, just like trotting the white people on hands and knees through the desert to Europe. It's so funny because it's like not prehistory, but it's like hundreds of years ago. He has a fucking AK-47.
So what is it like what is this from, you said? I'm sorry.
It's just a random ass YouTube video.
Oh, I feel it. Yeah. He's like, here's a reenactment of what we think it looked like.
Yeah, it's actually the true history.
Yeah, that's real. That's what's up.
But it's crazy how the administration is just demon posting on Twitter, and it's just like, dude, and then you have people underneath who are like, good, those dogs are dead. It's like and then it's so crazy because it's like on Twitter there's so much just like death, people just saying the N-word, people just and it's just so not moderated. And it's just like,
because it's like the one place that you can do that now.
Yeah, that's where everybody goes to do it.
I think it used to be a little bit more spread out. You know, it was like a little bit more like spread out throughout each website or whatever. But now it's like Twitter's like the only place you can do it, and just because like it's such a big thing to talk about with like the Israel stuff, it's like it's like people that are just like, oh no, I just like am anti-Semitic. It just gives them
they have free reign.
They're like hell yeah, but it's like, but it's just crazy because it's like you can talk about you're like, oh, the fucking you know, you could talk about the CIA and the deep state and all this stuff, and no one's like, what the fuck, bro? You just like, you're just anti-American. Yeah. Like, everybody gets that, but then it's like, if you talk about Mossad, which is, it's the exact same thing. It's like, oh, so you're an anti-Semite. And now it's like, it drives me fucking crazy because it's like, you know, I saw all the fucking, the Shapiros and everyone, you know, going to the fucking college campuses and being like, oh, you know, that's facts before feelings or whatever. And it's just like, dude, but now you're just doing like, it's like you're coming at like, you know, the pro-Israel or like the anti-Semitism stuff. You're coming at it from like it's like you're being woke now.
I was just gonna say that too. It's like they reverse the tables on the identity politics, and it's like they're like,
right.
Oh, you're being racist. Because it's like they think that that's the card that
it's gonna save them. Yeah, it's gonna save them.
They think that that's what leftists care about. It's like, no,
and
that's the identity politics that the Democratic Party is putting forward. But it's like, yeah, leftists want equality and everything, but it's like, I think that, yes, that is very important and everybody wants that. Also, leftists want Israel to stop committing a genocide.
Right.
Also, leftists would enjoy universal health care. These are things that the Democratic Party doesn't seem to understand.
Yeah.
And that's why it's like they run somebody like Joe Biden in a woman's suit, like Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
And are surprised when... I don't think anybody was surprised when Trump won. Honestly, anybody that was paying attention. Because it's like, how are you going to run a campaign on... And maybe we can jump to another topic soon, but how are you going to run a campaign on nothing? You're not even going to lie and promise anything. You're just going to be like, woo!
Yeah.
Like, well, what the fuck?
It's because, like, I think there's a subset of people that like that about, like, a Kamala or, like, any like a Gavin Newsom or whatever. It's like wow, they're so good at saying stuff without saying anything. They're like, I do that. Like in my personal life, I do that too. Like at my job, like I'm so good at just like keeping my fucking opinions to myself and like not really ever saying anything, and that's how I get ahead in the corporate world. So it must work for presidents too, right? Like you just fucking. But like, yeah, man, it's just crazy because like I think there's a lot of like I see more similarities between like super like far leftists and then like kind of like more like I guess like some far right or like kind of libertarian sort of like conservatives that are both like, yo, what the hell is going on? Like we got to end these wars. They might have different reasons for thinking so, but it's like there's way more like unity on both like ends of the spectrum, and then like in the middle it's just like kind of a bunch of bullshit.
Well, even like on like r/conservative, I was like browsing it the other day just to see what people are thinking about this fucking shit going on. Like, what the people that wanted Trump to win, I want to see what they think about this because I feel like they have to see what's going on, right? Yeah. So I was looking, and they were all just like, "Dude, Trump is he." They're like, "Oh, he would have a perfect presidency if it wasn't for the tariffs and the deportations he's doing." It's like, that's the only thing he's doing.
Which is like, you know, it's like that
and playing golf.
Well, because it's like
the whole fucking. I'll just say to you, like the whole fucking like. He's making the same exact mistake as before in a lot of ways too, where it's like culturally you're just being a fucking prick. You're straight up just acting like a prick. The White House page, the Border Patrol page,
like
you guys are fucking acting like a bunch of fucking assholes, and you're so busy trying to like rub it in everybody's face that's like all the normal people who reluctantly fucked with you because you know we were put in a tough spot are now like, bruh, what the fuck, you know? And it's like you're acting like a fucking shithead and you're fucking up. And you're being snarky like you're still on top, so it's like what the fuck, you know? Like, and it's just a bad vibe all around for sure.
I think with all the tariffs and shit, I think a lot more people would be on board with the shit if he was actually like, if we hypothetically were like, all right, fuck, no more income tax, no more this, no more that, like cutting all this taxes and all this shit like super substantially, but instead there's tariffs that make up for it. I think a lot more people would be on board with that, but that's like way harder to accomplish. I guess with the tariffs, I thought it was supposed to be Congress that's supposed to do those, but like he kind of just did one executive order and like let's just send it. If it's
because he had I'm thinking of the deportation thing. I was thinking of the Enemy Invasion Act that he's using because that's supposed to go through Congress too, or like some type of due process. Maybe not necessarily Congress, but. Because he's doing the Enemy Invasion Act, it's like he can just be like, okay.
Well, because I think a lot of people with the deportation stuff, I don't think a lot of people see, they're like, whoa, there's been like in the last 4 years, there's been like 25 million, illegal immigrants that have like entered the country. It's like a lot of people are like, okay, even if you have no problem with any, of the countries or like the places that people are coming from, it's like, I don't have any fucking problem with the people, but it's like, it's not unreasonable to be like, yo, can we handle like just bringing in that many more people? It's like the housing market's already fucked. We can't, provide for like, it's like, that's like a reasonable take. But then when you're just like, taking like a fucking hairdresser that has like a tattoo that looks like maybe a gang tattoo and sending him to a fucking El Salvadorian fucking work camp, it's like,
and he's Venezuelan,
or guy. It's like, well, right, well, so maybe getting sent back to Venezuela is not great.
Well,
either,
yeah, but I mean, I might be better than being like in a fucking work will set you free style
It's
camp.
Like
you know what I mean?
Getting deported just back to your own country. If you're like coming from Mexico and they're like, we're just gonna send you back to Mexico, it's like, well, it's not prison. It's like it's Mexico, but like it's not like the same as like we're gonna fucking put you in like a MS-13 jail or whatever. And it's like anyone who's like not a gang member that gets sent to like a gang member jail, it's like they're either gonna die or like gonna become a fucking hardcore gang member by the time they get out of that shit, if they ever do. Like, that's how you just turn someone into a fucking hardened, like, piece of shit criminal.
Also, that's how you, like, radicalize people against America. Like, it's like, hasn't our government learned our lesson by now? It's like, how many times are you going to go meddle with other countries and create enemies?
For real. And it's like, we're just doing the same shit where it's like, I almost appreciate what Trump did in terms of not even through any policy, but just, like, kind of eradicating the Bushes and like the Clintons from politics. Like there's a lot of people that are just like, I'm like, fucking good riddance. Like, I don't like, it's like, I don't fuck with any of y'all either. But then it's just like, but then you're just going to use their exact same fucking policies that they like, you're just going to keep doing the same shit that they were doing. It's just like, what the fuck,
Well,
man?
it's because, I mean, it's because it's not the politicians making the decisions. Yeah. It's their private interest groups and their donors and
lobbyists.
People. Lobbyists.
Super PACs.
Yeah. So...
Crazy.
I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
Well, it's like, I don't know. I think with some of the tariff stuff, if the goal is just to use it as like a negotiation thing, and it's just like countries are like, whoa, like, okay, we'll go to zero tariffs if you go to zero tariffs. I think that's good. Like, I like free trade.
It's a big Mexican standoff, and nobody's backing down right now. So
a bunch of people are backing down, but not everybody.
Not the big one. The big ones are kind of still
not China.
Got their guns up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like I said, hopefully everybody chills the fuck out and figures something out soon. 'Cause, I mean, it doesn't take long for some shit to be like, okay. You know what I mean? Because like people start losing fucking money fast. Like I don't think it's gonna go on for like several months. Hopefully not.
I think I don't know, dude. Like, I'm trying my best just to, like, not, like, freak out about all this type of shit. I'm just like, let's just fucking just take it day by day and see how fucking shit rolls out. Because
I'm
like,
still hitting the fucking grind, stacking bread. That's what I'm doing, motherfucking now. You know what I mean?
Like, I want things to be good. No matter who's in office, I'm like kind of rooting. I'm like, do something right, even if, like, on accident.
Yeah. I think people should be scared. Yeah. And I think that you should be angry. And I think that it's important that people place their anger in the right place. If you're mad that your life sucks and that you're making less money, you need to understand why that's happening. And you need to understand that this administration does not care about you. And if you're a citizen of this country, I think that you should not let them silence you if you have something to say. Right. I think that they're trying their hardest to silence people, especially when it comes to Israel and things like that. Yeah. If you have a protest near you and you have a social security card because you were born in the United States, I think that you should go, because I think that people in this country, the politicians in this country, need to be afraid of the people.
Yeah.
Because if we don't tell them to stop and our voices aren't heard, it's going to keep going down this path, and then all of a sudden there's going to be, like they're doing Nazi shit right now. Yeah. So it's like the end of that, we already seen what happens there. Right. And it's like, would you, if you were, not to be so like fatalistic or whatever, but I'm just being honestly like seriously how I see the situation, it's like if you feel like you would have done something in like the early 1930s in Germany, but then you're just sitting by right now and just thinking like, oh, like I feel powerless. That's how the people then felt, and they didn't really understand because there was so much propaganda. And I think people need to understand that you are mad and you may be mad at the wrong people. If you're being told to be mad at somebody that's not a politician, that has no direct impact on your life, like an immigrant or something like that, you're mad at the wrong person.
Right. That's what politicians are all getting together. They're like, oh, blame it on fucking whatever, immigration, or blame it on
trans people.
Yeah, it's like a classic scapegoat scenario or whatever. It's like a distraction thing where it's just like same with like the Occupy Wall Street dude, because like that's like the last time. It's like we need like another one of those, because that was like the last time that there was like leftists and then like kind of like right wing like libertarian, like even like the Tea Party kind of people. It's like they had their fucking differences, but like they were like, yo, what the fuck are these banks all doing? And like people were like starting to kind of look at each other and be like, yo, are we like actually homies? Like is like that's like the thing that like the government fears the most, is like, oh wait, we're actually homies? Like, and I think it's especially like, I think like, I don't know, because like there's a lot of, I think, more like people like on the right that are like actually like very anti-war, especially like a lot of people that are like veterans and stuff, like that have been in the shit. Like they're like, this whole thing's fucking crazy, man. It's like there's a lot of more people that are against like what Israel's doing, and like those people need to like speak up more, because like they might actually have a chance to like influence things in a way, because like Trump, you know, obviously Trump's not going to listen to fucking leftists, you know, but it's like, but if it's like his own base is like, yo, like we voted for you because like even like a couple months before he got elected, I remember fucking I think it was Tim Pool fucking interviewed him, and he's like, so what do you think Biden's doing wrong in the Middle East or whatever? And he's like, why are we bombing Yemen? We don't need to bomb Yemen. You just go negotiate. And then
fast
it's like,
forward to April 4th.
And it's like, you hear that and it's like, it's just crazy, because like, go watch a speech of George Bush before he got elected, or Obama before he got elected, or Bill Clinton before he got elected, and they all sound like fucking like peace, like the peace, whoever's like the peace candidate always wins, but then you never get peace. Like they know that that's what you have to hit on to win.
Well, the peace candidate gets shot in the head and assassinated. The real peace candidate doesn't get elected.
Where it's just like, I don't even know what kind of crazy shit they got on RFK Jr. Bro, because
oh my god, dude, they have some type of thing. I think the worm, they infected him with the worm, and the worm is hunger for raw milk. The worm wants raw milk.
Dude, I know. I was like trying to come up with a bit about this, about like how we have like an anti-gamer administration. He's like, I'm coming after Mountain Dew and Doritos. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And then Trump's like, no Nintendo Switch for you. Like whatever. Like I'm just like, what the fuck is going on, dude? He's like, the only video game you're gonna play is America's Army. We're gonna train you back up.
Like some Ready Player. Wait, is that Ready Player? No, it's not. But they have. There's that one movie where it's like it's like a battle sim game, but then they take the top player and they have him actually controlling a real soldier.
Is that Ender's Game?
I think it might be Ender's Game.
The book? Yeah. Or it was a movie.
There was a movie too. Yeah.
Yeah, Harrison Ford. Yeah, dude, Ender's Game. See, like that's we're almost there, dude. They're like, we're recruiting all the top Fortnite players, or like whatever. It's like, do you get the AC-130 kill streak on Call of Duty? You can fucking...
Dude, people were commenting on that video of him bombing the Yemeni tribal people and was like, bro called in the AC-130 kill streak. I'm like...
It's crazy, dude.
They are... See, that's the thing. That's that
predictive
program.
Yeah.
From what's happening. I mean, even the person doing it's probably detached.
That's predictive programming, though, too. They got our brains used to that shit with Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? They got us so used to the idea of that. They're like, oh, yeah, this is just... Casually did it,
yeah.
Right, yeah. Tactical nuke, dude. Yeah, kill streak. It's fucked up, dude, but it's like kind of true. It's like, yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, fuck, what was I about to say? Something about video games.
Sure.
But yeah, dude, shit's fucking wild, man. I'm just like, I'm hoping things fucking chill out a little bit. But we'll see how things go.
It'll be all right, dude.
Well, as long as they don't start burning witches, I think I'll be okay.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like we're getting kind of close.
Or what was it? There was like that. Did you ever see that video? It was like a from like back in the day. It was an interview with like this 5-star general guy.
Smedley Butler? The guy who they were trying to get to do the Nazi overthrow?
No, not Smedley. Not Smedley Butler. I know what you're talking about with that too, but it was like a general like during like the Clinton like into the Bush administration, like around like 9/11, where they're like, you know, he's like he's like, yeah, I just got the information one day. It's like, I got the intel, hey, we're going to war with Afghanistan. And he's like, oh, why? Because, like, we found weapons of mass destruction and, you know, whatever. And they're like, no, just because, like, we're good at war and, like, we're good at regime change and all this stuff. And it's just, like, they kind of, like, developed this plan in, like, the 90s where it's, like, well, and then with kind of alongside with Israel of, like, 7 countries in 5 years or whatever. It's turned into, like, 25, 30 years at this point. But they're, like, basically just taking down all 7 countries that are, like, opponents of Israel. So, but it's like we're almost there. It's like the Infinity Gauntlet. It's like Thanos, where it's like we've got like 5 out of 7. I think Yemen is probably number 6. But it was like, it's like, all right, you got to take down Afghanistan, Iraq. Iran's the big one, right? That's the big fucking one where
they
it's
keep
just like,
trying to go back to that one.
It's like, don't touch that fucking button, dude.
Dude, they keep trying to prime the American people for thinking that Iran are the enemy.
Yeah.
Do you guys notice that? Where they're like,
yes, they've been doing it forever.
That's been going on for a long time.
But they're like
80s,
bringing it back now.
Yeah.
I feel like more prevalent.
Well, and it's like even Biden was on that shit too, and fucking yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy,
Get him, Jack.
dude. It's yeah, we're so busted, dude. It's
Dude,
pretty fucked. But
imagine being a Chinese person just watching. Like you're 45 years old. You're living in China in the fucking cyberpunk city. I think it's called Chongqing.
Which doesn't I don't even like to say.
That's why I stuttered because I don't know how it's
like
spelled.
if you're talking to like a Chinese person, they're like, "Where are you from?" Fucking Chongqing, and they're like, "Yes, actually, that's where I grew up."
Imagine you live there now. You're 45 years old. When you were 15 years old, that looked like farmland.
For real.
And now it's a fucking cyberpunk city. You're looking at America the last 30 years. It's done nothing but decline. And you're just sitting there and you're just like, Trump's this fucking guy, dude. And I bet Russians feel the same way. I bet it's so fun for other people that America has historically been like had animosity towards.
Yeah.
I bet it's so fun for them to watch this because it's just like in real time. It's just like every decision the president's making is just making us look so stupid. Because the other thing too is he'll do tariffs.
Yeah,
Start calling them Trumps.
They rename.
Yeah. He'll start doing tariffs and then he'll like flip flop and like bring it back and then he'll like that happened. He like did it and then he repealed them and then
no. So what fucking happened was, or at least what seemed like what had happened is like he's announces the tariffs, right? And then like on Friday the fucking stock market drops.
His boys by the stock.
Hella bad. And then but I don't think it was him that said it, but there was just like rumors on fucking Twitter and shit that they're like, oh, actually we're doing a 90-day pause on the tariffs. And then the stocks like skyrocketed back up and then Trump came back. He's like, no, actually, we're not doing that. I never said that. Fake news. And then it all went fucking back down. And I was like, dude, whoever came up with that fucking pump and dump. I don't know exactly who, but it's like.
It was probably one of Elon's Doge boys.
Maybe. I don't know, man. Like, it's like, I like the idea of like, I think everyone's against fucking government waste and fraud.
Dude, if they could just cut it from the money they're giving to Israel, everybody would be happy.
Right.
Why do you have to cut it from Social Security and Medicare? Right. Really, the only 2 things that everybody can fucking agree that we want. I don't know if, like, who wants to get rid of Social Security that's not been propagandized by, like, MAGA and, like, Ben Shapiro and stuff? Because if you're thinking about it, it's like, it's really the only thing that guarantees that you're not going to be homeless and, like, eating fucking dog food. And not heroin dog food.
Right.
Nasty dog food.
And it's like well, if there's fraud in that, then that's fucked up too. And it's like that does need to be looked into, but it's just like, I don't know if Elon being like the poster boy of it is like good. But it's like I think like the fact that people are talking about it and the shit with USAID, all that stuff getting cut, I think some of that's good though, because
I do think it's good because I think that Americans international foreign policy has been way too overextended, and we don't need to be building our presence in these countries. And like I do think that they probably do need aid, and it's good that we're giving them aid, but the reason why we're giving them aid is so that we can win influence in these countries. And like if it's like not no strings attached aid,
but it's not aid, it's USAID. Like it stands for United States Agency for International Development. It's not, but it's just called like aid. It's like the same thing as like the Patriot Act.
But they do humanitarian things.
Right. Well, and it's like, and the mafia has a real construction company.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, but exactly.
You know
That's
what
not
I mean?
the point of it. It's right in the name
Right.
there, the international development. It's
Yeah.
it's
regime change. in
Yeah.
other
To be
countries.
fair, too, the fucking China does the same thing and fucking
Yeah.
buys people the fuck out because
They're doing that in Africa hardcore.
Yeah, because they'll fucking go in there, they'll build a ton of shit, ton of infrastructure that nobody can ever afford to fucking pay back, and then they just own these countries forever.
America
So-
definitely has done that too. And
I
still
know.
does.
I'm just saying, like that's something that's like been going
Yeah.
on.
Dude,
for
on
both
the
of
drive
these
over
sides, you
here,
know?
I was actually thinking I fucking wish China takes us over because if it would be worth it, I would learn how to speak Mandarin if I can get high speed rail from the Bay Area to Sacramento.
No, for real. That's like.
I mean, if I
that's-
could get here in an hour and I could just be on my phone the whole time, bro.
Right.
Ni hao, homie. What's
Right,
up?
and it's
That's
like
me.
now it's like, oh, we got like a stretch. It's like, who the fuck? It's like we got from Bakersfield to Merced. Who the fuck lives in Bakersfield and is going to
Going to
Merced
Merced,
to work, or lives in Merced and is going to Bakersfield to work?
Yeah.
Nothing. What are you fucking transporting cows on this shit?
Yeah.
It's fucking- maybe they should, but like. But it's like that just really shows you how bad like the money laundering aspect of it is too, and it's like the same thing. It goes back to fucking like on fucking 9/11. What isn't that the whole thing with like Tower 7 or whatever? It's like, oh, what was in building 7? You know, that got mysteriously demolished or whatever. It's like, oh, what was in that building? And it's like, oh, just like all of the information about like the $2.3 trillion that we can't account for from the Pentagon,
And
just conveniently that all just like went up in smoke. at
The guy too. I don't remember if it was Donald Rumsfeld or who the guy was. It was maybe it was Larry Flynn. I don't remember who it was. It was one of the main guys during 9/11, and he was saying that when the firemen were inside the building, and they said that the fire was getting too bad, and then he goes, so then we just made the decision to pull it. And he goes, so we just made the decision to pull it, meaning like to demolish the building.
Yeah.
So like he admitted that they demolished the building. And it's like there's so much evidence.
It's like, so
that
what?
they did.
So
because
it
the
was
way
just
falls, too.
pre-rigged with
I
fucking
know. It's like, how do you
explosives?
make that decision when the building's on
Right.
fire? They go in and they place all the charges on every single floor.
They're like, it's not burning
Military
fast
charges.
enough. Beep.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy, man. Well, it's good to like, I don't know. We haven't talked like fucking politics shit in a fucking minute, or just like, I don't know, conspiracy stuff in a fucking minute. And I'm like, it's good because I'm like, I've just been like thinking a lot about this shit. So it's good to get some of that stuff out there, man.
Yeah.
Because like it's been driving me crazy. I mean, I know like we love to talk about a lot of silly shit on this show too, but it's like, man, shit's fucking wild, dude.
Speaking of silly shit, though, that's actually a good fucking transition. Oh, hey,
Uh-oh.
good transition point here, bro. There's the
Cutting
fucking
you out, dude. The Mossad's cutting you off right now, bro.
there's been the fucking the fucking Minecraft fucking movie. Like you've
Oh
seen,
my
bro. Everybody's been
God.
going ham at the theater.
yeah, and
bro.
there's like police escorting children out in handcuffs
dude.
because they're like, you're going to buck.
Yeah, everybody's getting fucking wild in there, bro. And honestly, though, I think that's a good thing because, like, I don't know, let the culture have a moment. You see where the fucking
Yeah.
world's at. You
At least
know
they're
what I mean?
going to
Like-
the theater,
Like, they're
man.
going to the movies. They're having fun. A lot of people are like, oh, fucking, look how they fucking treat it for the fucking poor employees that work there. It's like, I don't know, dude. The fucking culture's having a moment right now. Let them have it. It's Minecraft. Like, I
I
don't
feel
know.
like if we're gonna allow the kids to do that, the movie theater employees are allowed to either slap the kid or slap their parent.
They're allowed to tackle a child.
Yeah, just one kick to the rib cage
Yeah.
of a child, or their parent. I mean, realistically, hopefully you would get their parent, because I feel
Yeah.
like a bitch slap to a kid, it wouldn't feel good doing it. Really, it wouldn't feel that.
And these
great.
are these are teenagers. It's not kids, but they're like
Okay.
teenagers
Yeah.
doing this kind of shit.
This is Gen Alpha.
Oh
dude.
well, a lot of people who work in the movie theater actually are teenagers too. So maybe
Yeah, they're
maybe
in
there
on
would
it.
be like a legality, like they'd be legally allowed to slap if they're
you
both
go.
under 18.
If it's kid on kid violence, dude, no one's going to
I
jail.
think so. And
That's
then,
true. And these
look,
are-
it's like in Training Day, they're like, kids killing kids.
Dude.
Look, I'll say though, if you're just hooting and hollering and fucking throwing snacks and shit, that's one thing. But yeah, like if you're like because it was like the one where like somebody threw popcorn at somebody else, like at a stranger and shit, and it's like, yeah, you're gonna get your ass beat if you do that.
I think-
And they like called the cops.
Maybe
but
there
there's like
should
they do shit like that. There's like the Rocky Horror Show where like you
It's
go
like a
in
sing along, and it's like a whole
but
thing.
you can like people throw shit around and like
Right.
fuck shit up and like they throw like TP and shit all over the theater. Like it's a whole thing.
think-
Like
I
that's
think that
that's
should be
already
a
a
thing.
style of thing.
Let's just
like, that's
combine-
like I've been to or when we saw Terrifier, it's not as crazy, but like motherfuckers were screaming and we were like hooting and hollering and shit. Like going to the movies and being hype is a fucking thing. We just haven't had good culture in years and years and years that invokes that from people.
Yeah.
And now this is funny because it's like a negative reverse reaction. It's
the
such
Minecraft movie, the epitome of good culture.
No, that's what I was
reaction
saying.
in the mind of the zeitgeist.
It's like the ultimate irony though, because it's such garbage schlock that people are being ironically like over the top hype.
Well, it's because they don't have anything to actually be excited about.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
life is so bleak and media is just so boring. Like there's nothing genuinely like amazing that's in popular culture right now. I mean, there is good things that are still being made, but it's not promoted by popular culture.
Dude, it's not like, because it's like you think back and you're like, dang, 1994, it was like, you got fucking the same summer. It's like you got Pulp Fiction, you got Jurassic Park, bro. You got fucking like all this
Jaws,
like,
maybe?
or like you got all this crazy shit like all at the same time, and it's just like we don't have like blockbuster movies like that.
You know what was a moment like that for me that I was there for and is coming back into theaters for its 20th fucking anniversary is Revenge of the Sith, bro.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, dude, that shit's coming out into theaters later this month again, and I'm about to fucking see that shit. But being there on like the first day of Revenge of the Sith, like that shit was fucking hype, bro. Like when that came out.
That was hype. I remember I like couldn't get a good seat, and like I just went with my dad, and we just like sat in the front row, and I was just like,
it was like it was like
the chosen one.
Like Revenge of the Sith, the first Avengers, I'd say was like that. I'd say even by Endgame, like Endgame was hype, but like it kind of faded off by that point.
Dude.
Like
objectively, the best era of media was also during my formative years as a child, and I say that in a non-biased way. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But it's like
Yeah, man, it's kind of.
But this is gonna be like though. Do you remember actually when there was the Five Nights at Freddy's movie and it was like the first day and like there was already just a video of somebody getting their fucking ass beat in the fucking theater? Yeah, we were like, I was like, oh hell yeah,
what the fuck?
It was like the first. It was like the Thursday it came out, not even that Friday. It was like the Thursday it came out.
Is Five Nights at Freddy's like a video game?
So it's a video. It's like it's like
a horror video game.
Yeah,
it's like a jump scare game basically. Yeah, but it's and then
it's
they
like
made a
evil
movie.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
So Chuck E. Cheese.
The only time I ever got actually scared by like a Five Nights at Freddy jump scare, bro, was when I had like my YouTube on in the background and it ended up on a video like that, and it was like 1 a.m. and it fucking got hella. It was like just YouTube auto played like lore videos of different video games, and it ended up being fucking Five Nights at Freddy, and so that shit like fucking was hella loud and it like showed some shit on screen, and I woke up to just some hella cursed fucking like shit on my TV screen. Like, so I was like, that's the only time you ever got me, when I was completely unconscious.
Dude, leaving autoplay on YouTube is such a fucking sketchy move when you fall asleep because you wake up and you're just like, hi, I'm Ben Shapiro and this is my review of the Minecraft movie. And you're like, fuck! No, dude.
Dude, you already know my shit gets way weirder than that, bro. It's all like, did fucking the Bible actually come from fucking
you see the
people?
The villagers are kind of like the Israelites, you know. The creepers are that's Moss, and you wake up and you're like, oh fuck, dude, my algorithm, fuck, they got me, dude.
Bro, your Ben Shapiro impression is pretty good.
Dude, he's got hella good impressions, bro.
He's
got
on stage.
No, God, well, no, I probably should.
He probably it's so
he's
good.
got hella good fucking impressions.
Because you do stand up, right?
I occasionally I've done stand up for the first time like 10 times. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll do some open mics like here and there. I'll go to the one we do here every once in a while and just like, but I'm like so fucking busy with music that I'm just like I just need to dedicate my fucking mental energy to that instead. And I was like, anytime that I'm spending trying to write jokes, I should probably just be playing guitar.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I kind of started doing stand up so I would not be a poser for having our own open mic and then not doing it, but now I actually feel like more of a poser because I like barely do it.
Well, I tell you what, Bert Kreischer is famous and successful.
Oh, dude, I know.
So I don't think that you have to feel any type of way about it.
Dude, I almost fucking did a Bert Kreischer at the open mic. I was like, that makes it funnier, right? Taking your shirt off makes it funnier, right? I almost fucking did it just to fucking be scum, but shit. Speaking of scum, bro, can we watch the fucking thing, bro? I want to watch the thing. Yeah, I just want to watch this. This is good. Have you seen this yet, Josh?
No, this is what you're
This
asking.
is from a while ago, dude.
Put it to here, Towns. We're gonna have to go Articles 2.
This is only from
We're just gonna have to switch and back and forth for reaction.
This is only only from 2 months ago. I was like, this video
so
hella old.
This is a re-upload, yeah. So the other channel went down. Put it to 1.5 speed, by the way. That's where it's at the best. It's at the best at 1.5 speed.
That's true.
So this is 1.5, not 1.25.
Oh. All right, that's just Ben Shapiro speed.
Yep. So this is it's making its rounds as like a meme lately.
You've probably seen the meme. The head bash fucking baptism, dude. Is this on 1.5? Yeah.
Yes.
Dude.
Bro, just let it.
What truly is the fucking meaning of this video, dude? Yeah, this is the part that's been going hella viral.
Wait,
Like,
I might use this for like an ad.
right? You totally could. It's
This
hot
would-
right now.
This would be so because it kind of works with my brand.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
what
a
I was
ritual
gonna say,
for
yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Is he gonna try to headbutt him? God, he has spikes.
Yeah, you know.
Dude, yeah, you could totally use this as an ad. It's a real ritual.
Yeah, so you're asking me about like if I have any daily rituals. It's
Yeah.
similar to that
Yeah,
in the
it's
morning.
that kind of
actually,
stuff,
yeah. I just said brush my teeth because it felt like too much to explain, but
Right? Yeah. Yeah, dude.
So by the way, though, too, if those who don't know, Drew Langlois, I think is how you say that. Fucking legend of our time, bro. He's a really, really, really good animator. He does this other really funny one called "That's a Really Nice Grill." It's
Oh,
fire.
that's a classic.
Yeah, so I'm just glad. I don't know. Like I said, yeah, it fit your aesthetic. I don't know. That
Yeah,
shit's
it
fucking
does.
coming up.
Because like people just use it in memes where it's like when I'm summoning the boys to like join my fucking Modern Warfare squad or whatever.
Yeah, it's
just
like
like-
summoning the one homie that can't hang out or
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
type
yeah.
shit. Yeah, I don't know,
That's a fun one.
rotoscoping's fucking cool though. I really like rotoscope style animation where they basically like film like they like animate over like live action
Oh.
video. You know,
That's
why I
old
like
school, bro.
that's why it looks
Snow
so
White.
fluid. You know,
Oh,
was that
yeah.
that's like old school like Snow White, dude.
wait, so you're telling me that they actually did all that?
Yeah,
parts
dude,
of
they
it?
did
Like
for real.
parts of it probably. Like,
How do they? How they
Yeah.
actually summon the demon too?
Yeah.
yeah. I think that's the part that
The live action,
Yeah.
the live action version was too graphic, so they had to make a
Oh,
cartoon.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
YouTube friendly.
but like
No.
obviously, you know, like him like headbanging and shit, how it looks hella realistic, or
Yeah.
how he's all like that and shit. You know, there's
Yeah.
like the you can get so many like fine details, and they were doing a lot of that shit in like the '80s with like what's the fool's name? Ralph Bakshi is an animator. Do you know who that guy is? No, Ralph Bakshi though, he's like a legend in like the '80s.
Oh,
They were-
Ralph Macchio.
No,
The
yeah,
Karate Kid? Yeah, dude.
I
I'm
got you,
familiar.
yeah.
The
I'm
old
familiar.
sweep the leg
Yeah.
animation technique. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Well, you ever seen Fritz the Cat?
I think so.
Yeah, that's Ralph Bakshi. So,
Oh, okay.
Dude,
Yeah.
Wait,
I mean-
is it like grimy?
Super grimy.
Yeah, okay,
where
I've
it's-
seen it, yeah.
It's like the
I've seen
animals banging each other.
Yeah,
and shit,
Yeah. It's wild. It's like super wild shit.
Yeah.
That's classic.
I don't know. I've like literally been obsessed with that video lately, so that's just amazing. to me.
There's memes just have their fucking. They have their little lifespans, dude. A few months ago, it was like the one with the cat, and it's like ooh ee ah ee ooh
Oh,
ee ee,
yeah.
ah, or whatever, and then it's like
Yeah,
they're doing it at the
yeah.
fucking raves and shit, and like it's just like going crazy. That shit was like in my head for like a solid month, dude. That's just like memes can just like infest your brain, dude. It's like a fucking psyop, dude. It's truly wild. Well, we
Was there
covered
anything
the
else on there,
serious
Joseph?
shit.
Oh
We covered chicken.
my god,
jockey.
no, the fucking AI, bro. We have to talk about this real quick though.
Oh, yeah,
so,
yeah.
there has been an influx of like OnlyFans Instagrams or whatever where people are making AI OnlyFans chicks who have Down syndrome, bro. and like that's like
those were AI. No, I'm kidding.
Well, yeah, I know, right? It kind of like ruins it for you.
That's like the fucking. That's like the selling point though. And there's like a bunch of fake accounts, and so people are like, "What the fuck did Down syndrome chicks get like the firmware update?" And there's baddies now, and like, so like apparently like
I have seen one reel where it's like, would me having down stop you from being down, like on my For You page? And it was a chick who, you know, it was like what you're talking about kind of, but she was dressed in normal clothes.
Right. Well, there's like people where it's like there's like I think that's what actually probably kicked it off. Is there was like a few, you know, attractive.
Like that was probably real, and then
yeah,
Andrew Tate style people are just capitalizing.
Yeah,
on
I
it.
think there was a Sports Illustrated or some magazine or something where they did like a photo shoot with like some like a chick with Down syndrome, but she was like a, I don't know, some kind of like.
Well, there's like the other
fitness influencer type of chick.
Because there's like there's one chick who's like her sister and her have an Instagram or whatever, and she like is just a gym chick who happens to have Down syndrome, and people are like, bruh. And then fucking.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, that's like probably was her best class in high school.
That's the best move for all of them.
She just went from.
Well, those the one bro who got into. There's been a couple of dudes that got into MMA and they kick ass, bro. They end up fucking fools up, bro. So.
Dang. What if you have Down syndrome and you become a UFC fighter? You're like immune from CTE? Like you're just like. Like it doesn't even phase you, you know what I mean? Like
I don't know what CTE means.
Oh, the what's it called? Like concussions and shit. The
traumatic encephalopathy.
Yeah, or
encephalopathy.
Yeah, like brain swelling or whatever, or like
it's where your brain no work after hit many times.
Yeah.
I see.
It's what Conor McGregor has that makes him do so much cocaine.
Oh my God! You see, he's running for president of Ireland too.
No, yeah. I did see that. Yeah. Wait, did you see that he visited the White House and they were asking him questions like he's a fucking diplomat to Ireland. What do you think about the tariffs on blah 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 blah? And he's like, I'm just here to represent Ireland. Like he didn't know how to answer the question.
He's like, I think that Lucky Charms are magically delicious, and I don't think there should be a tariff on those.
Yeah, or no, he's like, we're brothers, America. I can't do his accent. He's like, that's like big bro. He's like, America's like big bro, and big bro should look out for little bro. And then his handler was like, we have to go. And like shoot
He's
him
like,
away.
Ireland's kind of like the Palestine of Europe or whatever.
I mean, it kind of is.
They kind of are. Well, and it's like,
and
it's like that. Maybe that should give us hope, because like, a few decades ago, people would be like, I just never see like a solution ever being fucking reached with like all this shit with like Ireland and like the UK and Britain, all whatever. Like, and it's like now it's like, all right, it's not perfect, but it's like, it's not like actively like there's not like fucking car bombing each other anymore. Yeah. It's like at least it's kind of like fucking chilled out.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, and then RFK comes in. He's like, well, the Lucky Charms actually have red 40 in them. Like, which he's right about that shit. He's like, why does Canada get different Fruit Loops?
You're so good at not only doing the scratchiness, but like modulating it off and on. Because that's how it's like every syllable, like he'll say like half of some of the syllables. Mm-hmm. That's a good RFK.
Yeah. This bro's got that shit on lock. I don't know how he does it.
At first, I was kind of like, maybe it's you shouldn't make fun of him because whatever. But now it's like he's a fucking demon. So yes, you can make fun of him. It's like whatever to anybody else who has that disease. But I think that it's the worm.
I think.
Well, bro just has bro was like the Hunter Biden of his like generation, where he's all like, yeah, I was just doing heroin in college, it actually helped me focus, and he's like, we had
he did say that, didn't he?
He did, and he was like,
I bet it did,
and he was like, we had to, what did he say too? He's like, we had to saw a whale's head off one time. Like he's like, and he's like, another time he's like, yeah, I felt bad, but I had to get rid of a dead baby bear that I had, and so I dumped it in Central Park.
There was the one he hit the bear, and then like no. Some lady hit a bear or something, and then he asked, he's like, can I take that, because I'm gonna like take it and like do the professional thing with it, and then he just like left it somewhere else in the park,
in like Central Park. I don't know.
He's fuck, this is this out of my fucking capabilities.
I was like, what? I was like, he's like, I'm just trying to get ahead of the story before more people. Dude, because I'm like part like. he does like he has I feel like done good things in terms of like the like going hard after like the like the environmental protection and all that kind of stuff.
Dude,
like he
I would
is
be
like
so paranoid if I was him, because it's like everybody in your fucking family that's a man that's been just assassinated by the government,
and that's why like it's crazy because like people voted to get RFK in to be like, okay, like now like go after like the people not being held accountable for the fucking pharmaceutical products that they make, and not like going after all the shit that's like the stuff that he's talked about, which is like legit. But then like he gets into office and the first thing he does, he's like anti-Semitism is a health crisis and we have to. And I'm like, dude, I'm like, come on, like it's like, but it's like I get it. It's like I'm sure they got stuff on him. What if the worm itself was a Mossad agent?
The worm has a swastika. Not a swastika, a yarmulke.
Yeah. What a thing to confuse, right?
With the swastika on. I mean, it's easy enough to confuse. They're the modern day.
The worm the worm cuts through his brain in like a Star of David shape, bro.
All right, and that's a good pivot too to Ye has new music. He dropped a new song.
Did he really?
Yeah, it's a. You know what's funny? You know who I heard is gonna be a feature on his new stuff is I heard that Dave Blunts is gonna have a feature, bro,
shit,
on a new Kanye song. Bro, okay, if
Kanye
Kanye
has to get him before he goes.
If Kanye
before he joins the 27 Club.
Oh fuck,
27 stone.
Fuck.
As they say in the UK, yeah.
Look. If Kanye asks you to be on a track, like, no. I think you just have to, though. I think
Kanye didn't ask him to be on a track. Ye asked him to be on a track.
Yeah, that's true. If Kanye asked you to be on a track, if Ye's asking you, did you see that video of Ye talking to?
Is Kanye still with?
Yeah, what's the federal informant guy's name? DJ Academics.
Yeah.
He's wearing like the black KKK outfit, and he's going like, "This is why you suck." To Academics. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched like a small clip.
I heard he like ripped ass hella loud during it too. Like I said,
damn,
I watched a full.
He's trying to gas the room out, dude. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, bro.
He farts in Cyclone B, dude. That's fucking crazy.
Yo,
bro's really about it. All right.
I don't know about that one, Chief. All right. What time are we at? What's the time? What's the time we're at? I think.
Oh man, yeah, we got past 9/11.
All right. What are we at though, bro?
We're about 9:30 right now.
9:30. Okay. Shit, bro. Shit. What a fucking whirlwind.
Yeah.
Glad we could cover all the important topics.
Yeah, man. I'm glad we hit all the real shit, bro.
Absolutely.
I've been using this as a fidget spinner the whole time too, so I appreciate that, bro. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I did want to just leave everybody with this, is that a lot of intention goes into every piece that I make. I design them for normal people's bodies so that everybody can feel comfortable in them and look good also. The shirts are really heavily weighted. They're super comfortable and they're extremely high quality. Ritualcouture.com. Follow me on Instagram at Ritual Couture, TikTok Ritual Couture. Couture is spelled Couture. I didn't know that when I first started 10 years ago, and I spelled it wrong for like a few years.
I just remember that from Juicy Couture.
Oh, yeah.
On the ass cheeks on the
I've been thinking about making
memorized
some
that word.
rhinestones.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about making some rhinestones like
you
that.
You gotta invent the rhinestone that goes on an ass cheek that doesn't fall off. That's really what American engineering
I think you need to get
technology.
Subdermal implants.
Yeah.
It'll work.
Dude, the rhinestone implants?
Yeah.
I never even thought about that. That's crazy, dude.
But yeah, also anybody interested, you can sign 10%, save 10% when you sign up for my mailing list on ritualcouture.com. I ship orders out same day unless it's on the weekend, and they should get to you in 5 to 7 days, but I guarantee 10 days.
Oh, yeah.
I guarantee it, or else you could complain. That's my guarantee, is that you will be satisfied because we guarantee it.
Hell yeah, man. Dude, I'm really stoked for all the new stuff you got coming down the line, bro. It's we all locking in on our business shit these days,
man.
bro. We're getting older. We're developing what we're all about, bro. It's great to have you back. It's been a fucking minute, dude.
You know what really actually inspired me? I was at the BART station. I was at the Embarcadero BART station because I used to work in San Francisco, so I would take BART from the end of the line, Berryessa, to San Francisco. Anybody that knows, that's about an hour and a half. I hated my life. But there was these two kids that seemed like they really loved Andrew Tate, and they were talking behind me on the train station, and they were going like, you know what, bro? Now's the time to just lock in, bro. Like, you really just got to lock in and just do the work, bro. Just like put your head down and just do the work, and like 5 years from now, you'll be further along than you are right now. And I was listening in my head, and I was like, you know what? They're right. Let me just lock in.
They're right. It's about hard work, dude.
Never
It's
bad
just like-
advice, really.
He gets off the phone. He's like, I guess I got to do 20,000.
Yeah. No, but yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. We love you.
Hell yeah.
The Zudes are here to stay, baby. 2025 till infinity. If you don't like it, you can suck my penis hole. Just a hole.
Hell yeah,
Just a
dude.
hole. And actually, you can. I'm locked down.
Hell yeah. So yeah, man, fuck, dude. Thank you for tuning in, everybody, bro. It's your boy Grody here.
It's your boy Crispy Grooves. Check out the upcoming The Gold Souls album. It's coming out April 26th, called Something in the Air. It's gonna be a funky jam, dude. Catch us. Come to fucking. We're doing sud work in Davis on the 25th, and then we're doing an album release party at Torch Club on the 26th of April. So fucking come through. We're gonna be fucking turning up, playing all our new material, and we're gonna be playing one of the songs. It's not on this album, but it's gonna be on the next album. But the song is called Brainworms.
Hey.
and it does have it has some epic.
Didn't you helped write that one too? So yeah.
And
we're gonna hear the RFK. You're gonna get on the track. It's gonna be like everybody ready for a good time.
We're a soul band, but we just played it's like our most prog song, where it's got a fucking super nasty guitar solo and a super nasty drum solo in 5. And it's a beastly tune, and
That's
check out our new
that
shit.
shit.
Yeah. And don't tell any of my band members about any of the things I said on this episode. But
Yeah, his
hell
band members are ultra Zionists. They would be pissed. No, I'm just kidding. They're not.
No, they're definitely not.
They're definitely not.
All right. All right. Hey, shout out again to Towns, bro, on the boards. Really came through for today. Made this happen, bro. Thank you so much again. You're a real one. And we are out of here.
Sick. Hell yeah,
Good one,
man.
boys.
Yeah, that was fun, dude. That was good to talk about.